It is Sunday, October 16th. We only have one MLB game, the Guardians taking on the Yankees. We got our favorite picks coming your guys' way, and let's get it rolling.
As always, guys, just do us a quick favor. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Austin, we just hit 44,000. You guys in the community are the absolute best for a reason. So if you aren't already subbed, what are you doing? Go join them.
And what an electric day in the MLB yesterday. We had a bunch of comebacks. We had crazy things go down. The reigning World Series champs go down, which was my pick of the day, was the Phillies getting the money line, get that done easily. You had the Mariners going to 18 innings. Logan, I'll ask for your comment on that in a moment. But then our parlay of the day hits once again as the Padres come back in heroic fashion, scoring 5 in the bottom of the 7th, taking down the Dodgers, who everyone expected to win the World Series this year. And of course, the Yankees and Guardians easily get done. They're over 6.5. We've been doing really well so far this season, going over that 50 unit mark a couple days ago. Let's keep it rolling. We have a bunch of NFL videos. We know it's Sunday. You know you guys want that NFL content. Content's all over the channel. Go check it out. I'll have a bunch of videos linked at the end and in the pinned comment section down below. We even posted a surprise video last night. You definitely will. As my internet goes out, I'm curious, what were your thoughts on that Mariners game? Because I don't know. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, as the game went on longer, my Mariners money line pick looked less and less because I was like, I know the Astros bats are just so talented, but for it to get to 18 innings, that's the equivalent of 2 baseball games stacked on top of each other. The fans got treated. They got treated to 2 games for the price of 1. But I mean, it was just one of those. I know the Mariners lost, and I know my pick didn't hit, but I am really proud of that team because, a lot of times they made the plays they needed just to get it to 18 innings. They just didn't get the one important run they needed to score. But that, as unfortunate that it is, they still had a great season, and that young team, some young players like J-Rod really did step up and make some plays.
Yeah, J-Rod's going to be a star for a long, long time. I think the Mariners will be back again next year. I think they finally found that groove after, I think they started off pretty slow the first month or two, but finally got into that groove, started winning some games. Excited for the Mariners, and then that Padres game. We'll talk more about the Padres on Tuesday when their series in the NLCS starts against the Phillies. But I'm sure Philadelphia's rocking, but Logan, we got some picks to get to. And I'm going to start this off because we're only doing one pick for this game. We'll talk about some same game parlays, and we'll tease at another one we got. Now, we're going to go Guardians plus 1.5. Minus 120 on Caesars. Now, yes, you could go in and you could bet the Guardians money line. Look, it could hit. It's like plus 140, plus 150. And while I think the Yankees probably get it done, they're bigger juice favorites than we've seen out of a lot of teams in the playoffs. But I think the Guardians can keep it close because the Guardians bats after that game 2 comeback victory, they had another one. Well, extra innings victory. They had another comeback victory in the bottom of the 9th yesterday. And I know Aaron Boone is not in a great place right now. His head's on a platter in New York City. He's lucky these games are in Cleveland, or else they might be going finding his car after the game after how he kind of sold and didn't bring in Clay Holmes yesterday. But the Guardians bats woken up. They out-hit the Yankees yesterday 15-5. We know this is a Yankees team. Prided itself on the long ball. And while they got one from Aaron Judge, wasn't enough as the Guardians stormed back to victory. And while we're not betting on the Guardians to win this game outright, just keeping it plus 1.5. I think they're certainly capable. Now, it's a rematch of the Game 1 starters. So we have Garrett Cole on the mound, and him and the Yankees got it done, a 4-1 victory, and I can see why they're bigger favorites today. But look at the Quantrell, who's on the other side, who, yes, he did take a loss in that game 1, and obviously they didn't cover the run line. All he had was 2 bad pitches. One was to, I believe, Gleyber Torres or Harrison Bader. The other one was to Anthony Rizzo. They both sent him into the bleachers. I don't think he's going to make those bad pitches once again. We know this Yankees team has been really struggling. They really just rely on home runs. They don't get a home run, hard for them to get runners on base. Quantrell's been absolutely dialed in all season long at home, 9-0 record, 3.28 ERA, and a 1.09 whip. Now you look at Cole on the other side, he's as good as they come, but 3.81 ERA and a 1.10 whip on the road. We know when Garrett Cole gets hit, he gets hit pretty hard. And the Guardians, surprisingly, have covered this plus 1.5 in 24 of Quantrell's 33 starts this season, including game 1 when they didn't cover. And they've been even better when he's at home. The Guardians have covered the plus 1.5 run line in 15 of 19 Quantrell home starts. So I really do like this. We know Cole obviously is good, and the Yankees have covered that 1.5 run line on the other side, 15 of 33 Cole starts. But you look at this, Yankees back against the walls. Are they going to show up today? Is Garrett Cole going to come out here and pitch an absolute gem? His strikeout line sitting at 6.5, or I think plus 120. He easily hit it in game 1 against this Guardians team. Can you do it again? I mean, Your guess is as good as mine. We've seen Cole come in and have some great showings in the playoffs. We've seen him come in and not have some great showings. It's Garrett Cole. You never know what you're going to get out of him. And for a Guardians team that just saw him a couple days ago, I think they'll be able to get a little bit more production against him. And while we're not asking the Guardians to win this game at all, we're just asking them to cover plus 1.5. I think they're certainly capable enough offense to get that done. So that's our one pick of the day. We think they can certainly get that done. Logan, what are your thoughts on that pick? And I heard you got a same game parlay coming for the people.
Yeah, waking up, I was so tempted to hate pick, the Guardians, and I'm just like, yeah, screw the Yankees, Guardians to the moon. But I think the safer alternative is Guardians plus 1.5. Playoff baseball, we know, is really tight, and I mean, heck, if you had Mariners plus 1.5 yesterday, they lost, but still covered. Could we see something, like that, and where it's just a one-run ball game and really close? Absolutely. So I do like to pick Austin. Go Guardians today. Now, what I'm going to talk about real quick is a Yankees Guardians same game parlay. We're not going to make two games or two official picks, but we want to have a little bit of fun, this weekend. And let's do an SGP. I got plus 591 on this SGP, which I think is actually pretty good, medium value, right? None of these legs are just absolutely crazy. We're going to start with the first leg, and it's going to be a Steven Kwan hit. Look, he's at the top of the order for a reason. Steven Kwan is just so good at putting the ball in play. I know he's going to be facing Garrett Cole today, and Garrett Cole is, obviously, one of those top tier pitchers. But Steven Kwan is just so good at not striking out. I don't want strikeout guys in here. And then our second leg is Gleyber Torres to get a hit. I think Gleyber Torres definitely can get a hit, and Cal Quantrill is one of those pitchers that sometimes occasionally has the hit parade on him. So I want Gleyber Torres to be on that if Quantrill does, kind of implode. And then the other one we got, Garrett Cole under 6.5 strikeouts. And I know, Austin, you briefly touched on this. Game one, yeah, he did go over his K-line. Congrats. But this Guardians team is really good at not striking out, especially, all season long. Look at their sample size. They pride themselves on putting the ball in play and not getting the swing and misses. Last night when they needed those hits, they got those clutch hits. I think they could get to Garrett Cole a little bit. And I've seen crazier definitely in baseball. And then we got Cleveland plus 1.5 in the first 5 innings. It's really hard in the first 5 to beat a team by 2 unless you just completely blitz the starting pitcher. And I think Cleveland can keep this one close, within 5, assuming Cal Quantrill just sort of holds it down. And then our last one, I got a little flag for this one. I'm taking the under 1.5 runs in the first inning. Now, it's not the true Nerfy. You can add the true Nerfy in there for better value, but the under plus 1 or the under 1.5 protects me from a solo blast. And it's what I normally like to put in these same game parlays because, if I'm going to get your feed, that's okay. It doesn't completely sink me. And I really do like that. I like to sprinkle those in every now and then when I'm betting a baseball SGP. But Austin, what do you think about this SGP? Is it going to hit today?
Yeah, that's absolutely smack. And we have a long shot one, and I'll talk about that in a half a second. But I do like that Gleyber Torres. I'm curious if they keep him in the leadoff spot. That's what they did yesterday, obviously moving Judge to number 2. I'm curious if they keep him there. I'd like that hit prop for him. I think he can certainly get it done. Now, before we wrap it up, hopefully, maybe this will be my last time wearing the All Rise shirt for the year. Maybe we'll have to wait until April to be pulling this baby out. We have a long shot SGP. Now, it is on OddsJam. You have to go check it out, but I'll give you one of the legs, and it's plus 35.10. You could retire after hitting this one, but obviously only sprinkle on these. It's same game parlay. We just want to give you guys more different content. But Jose Ramirez to hit a double is one of the 3 legs. It's only 3 legs. And look, Jose Ramirez has 2 doubles on the year, or not on the year, but against Garrett Cole in his lifetime. And he has second in the league in doubles. We know Jose Ramirez is a guy that can get a double. He's pretty fast. He can certainly get it done. I'm just saying, might be a chance, Mr. Jose Ramirez getting a double. If you have to go find those other 2 legs on OddsJam, a little bit of a teaser for you guys that should be live within the next couple of hours, hour or 2. We appreciate you guys always for tuning in. It's Austin and Logan. We're signing out. We'll see you guys back again maybe tomorrow if the Yankees force a game 5, or we'll see you on Tuesday for Phillies versus Padres. Austin Logan signing out. See you guys then. Peace.